Hello everyone, it's Jean from Inky Studio. I'm happy to see you stop by today. I have a couple things that I wanted to put into this video, and one of them is the progress I'm making on this journal. And the second thing is some free digitals again that I'm going to be putting into my coffee shop. Uh, I, in the beginning, was going to uh, mount this fabric cover onto some harder cardstock and kind of use that as the base. But what happens sometimes is this became so chunky with all the things I was adding to it, it really was not going to fit well inside that hardcover. So I went ahead and just skipped that and made the cover soft pretty much all the way around. But I will link, I will put a little video, a little short 2-minute, 3-minute video at the end of this to show you how I went about doing that. Just in case you're curious, and it might give you some ideas if you get stuck and you need to transfer from a harder one to a softer cover. I don't know, but I'm going to put that at the end. And I have to confess, I got a little stuck on decorating this, and I had to put it aside for a while, but then the inspiration came back to me. So I am starting on the cover. I finished on the inside. On the cover, what I did here was I took paper and I stitched it, I glued them together the way I liked it, and then I put that whole thing onto the back of a food box to give it like a lightweight cardboard to kind of give it a little bit more substantial, so it could, it can put up with handling it and that type of stuff on the cover, because if it were just paper, I was just afraid it wasn't going to be stiff or hard enough to put up with wear and tear. So that's what I've done here, and then I will continue to add to that as I do more decoration on the cover of it. And this will probably be next week before I'm able to do the flip through and put it in my Etsy shop. I'm going to be away from my studio for a week, and so I won't really be able to work on it. Now I'm going to show you, and of course at the end of this video I will put a 2-minute little clip in there about how I did the cover. I have some free digitals, some free fall digitals for you, and these are in a portrait shape or orientation, and I'm so happy with these. I thought these turned out nice. They've got lots of fall colors to them, and these were meant to be viewed, of course, as a tall and skinny, or if you cut it a little shorter, you can make a traveler's notebook size out of them. But that's how they're meant to be viewed inside your journal, is folded in half. So I got all of these finished for you, and these will be free in my coffee shop, but I would appreciate a donation. That does help me out an awful lot. And so I've got these finished. Now these, if you don't happen to be doing a tall and skinny journal, these make great ephemera. You get your little tag, and you can just glue on, as long as the tag is about halfway across your paper, you can glue one side with one design and then the back side if you wanted to do that. Or you just cut them out and put them on pages inside a regular standard landscape journal. You can just cut or tear them out and decorate your pages. So there's different things you can do with it if you do not use them as pages in a journal. So that, I will put the link down below. When I return to my studio in a week, I think I've got some new projects that I'm going to be starting, and start looking into maybe doing something for Christmas. So that's kind of on my mind for that time. And so that's it. And I am so glad that you joined me for just a few minutes today. And we will talk to you then, and make sure to check out the coffee. I keep saying Ko-Fi because it looks like Ko-Fi to me, but it's actually Coffee Shop, Kofi. And we will talk to you again. Enjoy your day. Bye. So before I started decorating the pages, I took a piece of cardstock and put cloth over it, and I sewed in my signatures. And I was going to put that, of course, in the hard cover, but now I'm going to skip that part of it, and I'm just going to glue that uh, spine, first the spine, into the middle of my cover. I put a little bit of cheesecloth at both ends just to kind of hide the cardstock a little bit. And I'm just going to place it on there. I'm using Fabri-Tac for this, and I'm going to make sure that when I take up the covers, that it's in there. Everything is in there the way I like it. I put a rubber band around the pages so they're easy to deal with. Now, I have not glued in that cloth there, the flange of those cloth. I am trying to make sure the spine is set in first. Just sort of doing it in 2 steps. I'm going to press down in the middle just firmly to make sure that it makes good contact. And then I did set this aside for about 10-15 minutes just to make sure it's set in there really well. Now, had I thought I was going to do a soft cover from the very beginning, I would have done this differently. I wouldn't have, I would have sewn my signatures directly into the soft cover and then decorated them and put a liner. I would have put a liner on the cover and then sewn my signatures in and decorated them from that point. But anyway, so I'm going to glue down those pieces of cloth on each side, and my Fabri-Tac was really not coming out very well, so I ended up having to go in and put more glue there on the very edge, just because it's getting kind of old and I probably just need to spring for a new bottle. That's the frustrating thing about Fabri-Tac is if you don't use it up quickly enough, it gets kind of hard to squeeze out. So there's that. Now I have to, I put in my ties and made sure those were in there. And now I'm going to put in the panels on the inside. I cut cloth for each panel. And I have ironed on some Wonder Under or Heat and Bond, whichever you'd like to use, a fabric glue that you iron on. I cut it just a little bit smaller than the panel, and I sewed around the panel because I won't be able to sew this on my machine all that well once it's in there. So just for decorative purposes, I sewed around the outside edges. Now I'm going to place that in there and I'm going to iron it down per the instructions. And here I've ironed it down, and I have put some lace there between the seam of the spine, and then wherever I thought that it needed a little extra glue, I just sort of did that around here and there. So that is what I did to put it into the soft cover, just in case you were curious. Thanks so much for watching. And we will see you or talk to you soon. And you have a great and crafty day. Bye.